Week 8 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade this week. The first guy, Chris Sale of the Boston Red Sox. Chris Sale right now, he's been off to an up and down start in the early going of the season, but the last couple weeks here, he's really kicked it into gear, and he's getting back to form a little bit as well as Chris Sale with the velocity up. He's throwing the ball hard, and he's going deep into games after coming off a Tommy John surgery a couple seasons ago. So we know Tommy John surgery takes a while, 2-3 years to get back to form. And right now, maybe Chris Sale is finding it, but he's still a player I don't really believe in that's going to be an elite pitcher like he once was with the Chicago White Sox. But anyway, on the season, 50 1/3, 4-2 record, 62 Ks, a 5.01 ERA, 1.17 whip, and 5 quality starts on the season. And the last couple weeks here for Sale, 15 innings, 1-0 record, 17 Ks, 1.80 ERA, and 0.53 whip, and 2 quality starts. So it's good to see Sale is pitching great baseball. But like I said, early in the season, he was getting hit hard. The velocity definitely has gone up, which could be a good thing or also a bad thing here for Chris Sale's arm. But I just don't believe it's going to keep up. I know he's got a good matchup coming up May 26th at the Diamondbacks. But after that, I think he's a good sell-high pitcher. May 5th at Philly, 6 innings, got the win, 7 hits, 3 runs, a walk, 10 Ks, a quality start. May 13th versus the Cardinals, 8 innings in that one, no decision. 3 hits, a run, a walk, 9 Ks, a quality start. And May 20th at the Padres, 7 innings, got the win. 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 8 Ks, a quality start. So 4 quality starts in a row for Chris Sale. It's good to see him going 6+ innings in the last 3 outings. But I just don't know if it's going to hold up for him. And also, he's not going to get a lot of run support. This Red Sox offense is up and down so far in the early going this season here. I know Rafael Devers is off to a great start, but the other guys have been up and down, like I said. So right now, while Sale looks healthy and a little bit back to form like he did many seasons ago, this is a perfect time to sell him high just with his injury concerns. And also with the pitch clock in play, him picking up the pace and having to throw harder could be also a problem for a guy with a lot of arm injuries throughout his career. So right now, I'm not saying dump Sale for anything, but if a nice deal's out there and you could get a big bat in a trade, this would be the time to do it. The next pitcher is Max Scherzer of the New York Mets. So Max Scherzer, it looks like age is catching up to him. And in pro sports, it's hard to beat Father Time. And right now, unfortunately, it looks like Father Time is catching up to Scherzer. He's getting through some ball games, but it's definitely a struggle for him to even go 5 or 6 innings at an intense pace. It looks like this season. On the year, 33 2/3, 3-2 record, 31 Ks, 4.01 ERA, a 1.19 whip, and 2 quality starts. But the last couple weeks here for Max, 11 innings since his return, 1-0 record, 11 Ks, and 0.82 ERA, 0.73 whip, and a quality start. So right now, Scherzer, like I said, he's just getting through these ball games, 5 or 6 innings. But he definitely looks gassed out there, and his velocity's gone down a little bit, and he just doesn't look right. Especially his strikeouts have definitely gone down as well this season. So the last few games for Scherzer, May 3rd at Detroit, 3 1/3, got the loss in that one. 8 hits, 6 runs, a walk, 3 Ks. Then he sat out for an extra couple days because of neck stiffness. And then May 14th at the Nats, 5 innings, got the win. 2 hits, a run, 2 walks, 6 Ks in that one. And May 21st versus the Guardians, pitched well, 6 innings, no decision though. 3 hits, no runs, a walk, 5 Ks, a quality start. So that was Scherzer's first quality start going back to opening day here, which is not a good thing. He's not going deep into games. Strikeout numbers are way down this season for Scherzer. Also got caught cheating versus the Dodgers April 19th. So a lot of factors have gone into it this season. But right now, after coming off of 2 pretty decent starts, even though Scherzer hasn't looked the same of late, this is a perfect time, in my opinion, to sell him off. I think you could get a decent bat in a deal for him, or just trade him with a starting pitcher that's younger and has more upside. Because at this point, Scherzer, I think he's only going to be a 5 or 6 inning pitcher. He's not going to go that deep into ball games, and it's not going to be surprising to me if he's on the injured list at least 1 or 2 more times this season. So right now, he's definitely pitching through something to Scherzer. Maybe it's the scapular injury or still shoulder and neck stiffness, who knows. But right now, while he's pitched decent, this is a time to sell him off this week, because I just don't think he's going to make it through the whole season without going on the injury list a couple more times. The next pitcher is Michael Wacha of the San Diego Padres. So Wacha was the pickup of the week at the pitching position. And right now, he's been pitching great on the season, 50 1/3. 5-1 record, 45 Ks, a 3.58 ERA, 1.15 whip, and 5 quality starts. But the last few weeks here, he's been lights out is Walker. 19 innings, 3-0 record, 19 Ks, and 0.47 ERA, 0.74 whip, and 3 quality starts. So he's going out there. He's pitching great baseball for this Padre team. And this Padre team, they're not playing well or hitting well this season. But Michael Wacha right now pretty much has been the ace of this staff over the last few weeks. With the games he's pitched, May 9th at the Twins, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, a run, 3 walks, 4 Ks, a quality start. May 15th versus the Royals, 7 innings, got the win. 1 hit, no runs, a walk, 11 Ks. He had a no-hitter into the 8th in that one before they pulled him. And then May 21st versus former team, the Red Sox, 6 innings, got the win. 5 hits, no runs, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality start. So 4 games in a row with a quality start. Throwing it all add up here for Wacha. He's versus pretty much easy hitting lineups for the most part. Besides the Boston Red Sox, that's a middle in the pack type offense. So right now, his next outing's going to be later in the week at the New York Yankees as well. And that's where the real test is going to be. If he could go out there and pitch a good game versus the Yankees, then I could say Wacha might be legit once again. After last season, he did have 11-2 record on the year. But right now, while he's pitching great baseball and one of the hottest pitchers in fantasy baseball over the last month of the season, this is a perfect time to sell him off because he's up there in age as Wacha. I know he's had some easy matchups, which definitely played a good factor for him in fantasy. And right now, I don't know if he's going to hold it up the whole season. The next pitch is Alexis Diaz of the Cincinnati Reds. So I'm not really big on closes if you've been listening to the channel over the last few seasons. But Diaz, he's off to a nice start this year for fantasy owners. On the season, 18 2/3, 1-1 record, 10 saves, 35 Ks, a 1.93 ERA. And a 0.86 whip. So Diaz, he's going out there and he's getting the job done. He's closing games, even 4 or 5 out saves we've seen from him. But the thing is, this Cincinnati Red team, not a great ball club. I know they're in a lot of close games where he'll get save opportunities, Alexis Diaz. But like I said, closes is a crapshoot for the most part. So right now, while Diaz is pitching good and you possibly could get a starting pitcher in a deal for Diaz or even a hitter, why wouldn't you do it right now while he's pitching good? The ERA under 2 and his strikeout rate is very good as well for Diaz on the season with 35 Ks in 18 innings, almost 2 strikeouts per inning for him. So right now, everything's lined up. Last month, ERA in 0.71, and it's a perfect time to sell him high because some owners, they're into closes. Some teams I've seen in leagues carrying 3 or 4 closes, but like I said, closes for the most part has been a crapshoot. But while Diaz is a top 5 closer right now in fantasy baseball so far this season, he's definitely a sell high guy. Like I said, the Reds are going to lose a lot of games this season. No doubt Diaz could still finish the season 25-30 saves. But I'd rather have a hitter or starting pitcher than a closer. So right now, Diaz is a sell high guy. And the 5th and final pitcher I look to sell in trades, Mitch Keller of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Keller, he's been a bright spot for this Pirate team who got off to the hot start in the early going. And right now, Keller's going out there and he's living up to that first round draft pick he was a few seasons ago. On the year, 62 2/3, 5-1 record, 77 Ks, a 2.44 ERA, an 0.97 whip, and 8 quality starts amongst the league leaders this season here in that category. So he's going out there and he's pretty much been unhittable for the most part. His color ranked 5th right now in fantasy baseball this season. In the last couple weeks, 13 innings, 1-0 record, 21 Ks, a 1.38 ERA, an 0.54 whip, and 2 quality starts. So right now, Keller, he's mowing down opposing teams and he's pitching good for this Pirate team. But this Pirate team's starting to come back down to earth right now is this Pirate team. They're not winning a lot of ball games. They're not scoring a lot of runs. And Keller's pretty much had to go out there and put up zeros on the scoreboard to put up big points. May 8th versus the Rockies, complete game shutout in that one. 4-hitter 8 Ks in that. May 14th at the Orioles, another gem, 7 innings, got the win. 4 hits, no runs, 13 Ks, a quality start. May 20th versus Diamondbacks, 6 innings, no decision. 3 hits, 2 runs, 8 Ks. So right now, over the last 3 ball games, 29 strikeouts for Mitch Keller. And he's playing great baseball, but I think I could get a big-time hitter in a deal for a Keller. Maybe a Nolan Arenado, maybe an Austin Riley who's off to a slow start. Guys like that, I definitely think you could get in a 1-for-1 deal. Or even maybe you shoot higher for even bigger-time hitters in a deal. Maybe a Kyle Tucker who's struggling, a Yordan Alvarez, even though he's hit 2 home runs a couple games ago. But right now, Keller is throwing lights out for this Pittsburgh Pirate team. His next outing's a good matchup once again at the Mariners. That in the middle of the pack type of offense. But I just don't buy it that he's going to continue at this crazy rate, ranked 5th right now in fantasy baseball. So I would sell him, and you could get a boatload for him. Even a 2-for-1 deal, a good hitter and a decent pitcher, or him for a slugger in a deal. So that's a few pitchers I look to sell and trade here in week 8 of the fantasy baseball season.